Hi guys, I'm back here at Hill skate park, as you can see. I know, twice in such a short time. Rare occasion. Well, the reason I'm back here, because the last time I was here, which is not going to be the last video and might confuse a few people, but it was the last video I actually filmed, because if you don't know, the rest of them, all the skate park Saturdays, were done on my Australia trip, which, some good skate parks. If you've not been watching skate park Saturdays, get out there and start watching them. You're missing out on some awesome skate parks. But anyway, enough about that. Back to this particular skate park. And the last video I did when I was here, it was just the first time I'd skated since Australia, in about a month, and I wasn't entirely comfortable. Since then I have been out and I haven't really filmed. I filmed a few shorts which you will have seen, but I didn't actually film. And I just felt more comfortable the second time than I did the first time, and I used a different setup that time. I used my old setup, which was before Australia, and the time I come when I did the last video, full video, was with the setup I used in Australia, and I just didn't feel comfortable. And I don't know if it was because of the setup, or was it just that particular day and I felt better the next day. I don't know, but today we're going to find out, because I have brought with me both setups, and we're going to see if it was a setup issue why I felt a bit uneasy, or was it just that one day. If I skate on both on the same day, then I can rule it out being that particular day, and I know it's something with the actual setup that I have. So let's find out, and let's do some basic tricks on each of the boards and just see how I feel. Before I do that though, let's just have a quick look at both of the setups. This one here on the left is an Alien Workshop with independence. It's got Richter wheels, I think the Richter wheels, and Bones Reds, and they're just the standard indies. And this board is a bit heavier than the next one that you're going to see. So this one is an almost deck with the hollow indies, and then it has got Spitfire Formula 4s and again Bones Reds. Both decks are a size 8, so there's no difference there. The only real difference is the make of the deck, the brand of the deck, and the trucks and wheels. The bearings are the same, the size of the trucks and the size of the deck are exactly the same. It is literally just the fact one has hollow indies and the other has just the bog standard normal indies, and then one has Formula 4 Spitfires and the other has some Richter wheels. So not an awful lot of difference, but I would say the Alien Workshop one, this one, is a hell of a lot heavier than the almost one that has the hollows on it. I think the decks just on their own are a bit heavier, let alone the trucks as well. So that maybe is a factor. And we'll come on to that later on once I've skated and come up with my final decision. So I want to say straight away, before I even do any tricks, as soon as I stepped on the almost deck, which is one with the hollow trucks and his lighter, I didn't feel as stable as I did on the Alien Workshop one. So without even doing any tricks, I can already probably tell the way that this is going to go. But let's do some tricks all the same. Whew. So guys, I think I'm already starting to see a pattern. when I'm on the heavier Alien Workshop deck, I feel like I've got more stability. I feel better just riding about on it. That's what it seems like. But then when it comes to tricks, the lighter Almost deck with the hollow trucks seems like I just get more pop, more shove, and everything just seems a little bit more easier. But with the Almost deck, every time I step on it, because I was using the Alien Workshop deck to do the same tricks just beforehand, I felt a little uneasy at first with the first like push and ride off. As you've seen on the 180 ones, I did that pretty much on all of them, but I'm not going to show it on all of them. But you've seen what I meant with the 180 when I went to crouch down and I just don't do anything. That's because I just didn't feel right, I didn't feel balanced. And that was on the lighter one, the lighter Almost one. So I'm not quite sure which one's better. I think it's a combination of the two that I need. I've just got to figure out what that combination is. But for now, I'm just going to skate a little more, do a few more things, get a bit more of a feel, and see if I can come up with an idea of what I might want to change and hopefully get the right combination of setup to unlock my full skating potential. So, what is the conclusion? To be honest, I am none the wiser. Well, I am, but my opinion changed during the session. At the beginning, obviously I felt more comfortable just riding and standing on the heavier Alien Workshop setup. But as the session went on, mainly when I was doing the kickflips, and it switched, and the light trucks and the lighter setup started to feel better and more comfortable for me, which is strange how it switched. Obviously it's easier to flip a lighter deck, so maybe that had a thing to do with it, but at the same time with the heavier one I still felt more in control and more like I could land the kickflip all the way through it, whereas with the lighter one at first I was uneasy, and then I got more comfortable with it, and obviously the flip was then easier and I felt like I could potentially land it. So I don't think I can really answer which one is the best for me at the moment. The one thing I did find was that the Spitfire wheels on the lighter one, definitely I need to use them because they were better. I don't know if it's just because in the Richters I had older bearings in and it was affecting me that way, but either way I'm gonna stick with the Spitfires. So I think in another video maybe I should try the Spitfires on both setups and go again and do something pretty similar to this and see which ones I prefer then. Maybe at that point then I figure, hey, I like this deck, I like that deck, and then we go again and try the trucks out, or so on and so forth until I find the perfect setup for me. What I will say is I feel that the heavier deck, because obviously at the start of the session I wasn't loose, I wasn't ready, I wasn't sort of like in the right gear to go, so maybe the heavier setup, and that's what I felt the heavier setup was better, so maybe the heavier setup is better for a beginner. And then as I got obviously loose and got into the session more and I got better and better, the lighter board and setup seemed better, so maybe the lighter one is for the more experienced skater. So maybe that is a little side note to take of this video. Start off with a heavy setup if you're just beginning to skate and you'll be more comfortable just learning to ride about and get better. And then as you start getting more comfortable and wanting to do tricks, start trying to make that setup a little bit lighter. Change a little thing to make it lighter, and then a little bit lighter again, and a little bit lighter again. As for me, I feel I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't think I need the super light setup, but definitely don't think I need the heavy setup. I just need to find what is the setup for me. As for now, the Spitfire Formula 4s are what have come out of this session on top, and that is at least one piece of the puzzle solved. Let's see what the next piece is. As for now, we'll see you on Saturday for another Australian Skate Park Saturdays, and then hopefully another midweek video which will follow on to this one. So, see you later guys, have a good day.